What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. After I think that was about a 5-minute wait, I've finally got a game. And as you can tell by the title, perhaps the thumbnail of this video, we've got some stuff to talk about. Oh, excuse me, that just popped up on the screen because I was opening the thing on the other window that I wanted to look at. So, I mean, look, I need to preface this, guys, by saying I don't want you to think I'm just moaning for the sake of moaning. I don't really even want to moan. That's really not the point of the video. But we do have to discuss what has been announced with the Expedition, because I think that they have made a not great choice. I think it shows a bit of a lack of direction. I think they don't really know what they're doing, which I hate to say, but that's really the way it seems. It kind of feels like they're just winging it as they're going. There doesn't seem to be a set out plan. I know when the game was sort of coming out, they said, oh, we've got a 10-year content plan, and I really can't see that being completely truthful, because right now, like I say, it really seems like they're absolutely winging it. So, let's get into it. If you're wondering what on earth I'm talking about. So, Arc Raiders have announced this week that what the fuck is going on? What am I doing? What? I've never seen that before. Arc Raiders announced this week that the expedition for the 4th expedition is changing. The most noticeable change, well, I think it might be the only change, is going to be the rewards you get for completing your 4th expedition. And it is changing from the skill points we've been getting up to this point to blueprints, which might not sound like a terrible thing, and for some people it might not be. However, what on earth can I search there? What? Oh my god. Which might not sound like a terrible thing. However, there's a few reasons that this change it's kind of nonsensical in the way they're going about it. So they have stated it will be damage based as it was last expedition. So it's from 0 to 100,000 damage dealt. That can be to Arc, that can be to players. Just dealing damage, just getting out there and just messing stuff up, which in my opinion is really, really fun. I had a great time with that when that was the way we did it. Last expedition, that really sort of got my interest going, because you were just running around shooting stuff, having a great old time with that. So that, I'm really glad they've stuck with that. I think it's a really fun way of doing it. It lets you get out, use all your big gear, and just sort of go to town on anything that moves. Such a fun way of doing it. And I love that they've decided to go back with that route again. The rewards, however, as I said, the blueprints are problematic for a few reasons. So it's damage based as it was last time. The sections are broken up. There are 5 blueprints you can obtain, 1 through 5, and they are rewarded. Oh, I really like that for me. Stop trying to sweeten me up, Arc Raiders. You've done a bad thing. So it's the same way it was broken up last time. So for 5,000 damage, you get 1 reward. For 10,000, you get another. For 25,000, you get another. And then I think it's 50 and 100,000. For each one of those milestones you cross, you will gain another blueprint from a list. Now, they are all high-tier blueprints. We're talking like gun parts, like big attachments. They can be weapons, augments. You could really look out. You could come out there with a Tempest, a Lutin Mark III, a medium weapon parts, wolf pack. You could really, really look out, which, again, on paper, sounds fantastic. The reason this is not a great idea, reason number 1, okay? Raiders who do the expedition, everyone is going to be coming in at completely different power levels. You could have someone who gets really unlucky, gets a bunch of useless blueprints that aren't going to benefit them for a very, very long time, and then someone looks out, gets all the blueprints I've just mentioned, and they're going to have a much easier ride through the season. I hope you can see how that might be a little problematic off rip. Now, the other thing that is a problem, and they specifically state this on the post they made about this on their site. You can go and look this up. The blueprints that you carry over from Ermel, the nomadic trader, you can get duplicates of that. Now, the rewards you get, you can't possibly get duplicates there, so you couldn't end up with 2 Tempest blueprints, for example. But if you've spent the time grinding for a... Oh, one of these, a Tellurian. That's the first one of those I've found. If you've spent the time grinding for these slots to carry stuff over to the next expedition, there is a chance that one of the blueprints you've put in there, you can get a duplicate of that. And as I say, the fact that they've specifically mentioned that on their post makes it sound like that's like an intentional decision that they've made. And I can't fathom why on earth you would make that decision. So these cost like 200k in ARC parts to get, these slots to take stuff over. They take 200k in ARC parts to unlock, or high tier rewards to unlock. And to me, like, it's a significant investment for each one of those slots. It takes a long time to obtain each one. You're probably looking at least a couple of hours each, more than likely. Certainly, depending on what kind of lobbies you're in. If you're in aggressive lobbies, probably going to take a lot longer. So to me, it's really odd that they've just added this system where you can carry blueprints over, and then one of the slots you've spent time investing 200k's worth of ARC parts into, you may very well just end up with a duplicate of that blueprint. And it's so odd to me that they would make the decision to do that. I can't wrap my head around it. I don't have any of those slots. So for me, that's not the worst thing ever. I haven't carried over any blueprints. I haven't invested the time into them because I feel like it takes a really, really long time to get them. So I never bothered. But the fact that that's a thing, to me, just feels absolutely insane. I can't wrap my head around that thought process. And it's the decisions like that that kind of make me think they don't actually seem to have any kind of plan for the direction this game's going. It feels like they're just completely winging it. I need that train model. I'm very excited about that. Oh, thank you very much. Power bank. I love a spring. You guys know I love a spring. So it's really, really concerning to me that they've done that. It's just one of those things where it seems like they are completely winging it. I can't fathom how you're going to come up with a system to carry blueprints over and then potentially completely screw over the people who've made the decision to make use of that system. It's absolutely bizarre. That time you've invested could very well end up being for absolutely nothing. And that slot that costs 200k, that's 200k's worth of ARC parts you could have used for crafting or recycling or selling to just have better gear throughout the season, gone completely to waste. Now, all of this is also completely overshadowed by the fact you're doing an expedition in the first place. It's weird to me now, the thought of doing an expedition to wipe your blueprints, to just roll the dice on which 5 you're gonna get back. Why do it at all? Let me wipe my blueprints that some people may already have all of the good ones. Let me wipe all of my potentially good blueprints to flip a coin and maybe get 5 of the ones that I like back. Why? Why? What? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I feel like the skill points were a good, solid, well thought out reward. Every season, you came back with your character a little bit stronger than they were previously. It just, to me, that felt like it made sense. This way, this just doesn't feel thought out. I don't get it. And I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments that are going to find a way to justify it or tell me I'm just complaining or telling me you've been playing Marathon lately, so now you just hate Arc Raiders. That's not the case. I want Arc Raiders to do well. I really, really... You have to understand, if Arc Raiders is in a good place, my life, in turn, becomes much easier. I assure you, I want nothing but the best for this game. I really, really do. Which is why, when I see them doing stuff like this, I just kind of have to scratch my head and just think, guys, what on earth, what are we actually doing here? I'm concerned that they genuinely don't know. I feel like they have no idea what they're doing. And there's definitely room to be concerned about that. Obviously, Arc Raiders player count dropping through the floor, which it's not the end of the world. As long as there's enough players to keep the game going, that's great. But the trends, like, you have to keep an eye on that, because it's a good way of sort of measuring how the once very loyal community feels about it, you know? If people who've been playing this game for months are leaving, you sort of have to step back and go, okay, so why is that happening? What's the problem there? And it is something they've kind of like half addressed. It's not been fully addressed yet, because we don't get the first big update till October, which will be when things change up properly. That'll be when we see how they're dealing with the player retention numbers, when that change actually comes in, and we're going to see the sort of substance they have to offer with a 6-month update cycle. Hopefully it's juicy. Fingers crossed the October update is massive, changes a bunch of stuff, and really sort of can bring a lot of players back. Fingers crossed. But we'll sort of have to see how that plays out. But the decisions they're making in the meantime, we have to look at and go, guys, that's not it. You kind of missed the goal on that one. So I don't know. I feel like they can't really change it between now and then, because it's like 2 weeks away. Honestly, something that they probably could change that would make it more worthwhile, and again, this doesn't affect me because I don't have any of these, but for the people that do, like, I'm nervous for you guys that have carried over 5 blueprints, because there's going to be some poor soul out there that's got all 5 of these slots to carry blueprints over. They've got all 5 of those, carried 5 over, and they're going to get 5 duplicates on the roll. It's going to happen to someone. The odds aren't great, so it'll be rare, but there's going to be some poor soul that happens to. And then other people are just going to get like 5 blueprints that they don't really like or care for. The power level's just going to be all off with people having different blue. Like, it's so weird. It's such an odd decision to me. If this decision had been made before they'd added Ermal, before they'd added the option to carry over blueprints at all, I would say, okay, that makes sense. That's kind of fun. Doing it now just feels absolutely bizarre. It's strange. Like I say, we're just going to sort of have to see what happens. But please, guys, let me know in the comments what on earth is with this little spherical disco party going on down here. Let me know what you guys think of the changes. Maybe you guys are happy with it. If so, that's excellent. I'm happy for you guys. I hope you guys get the rewards from it that you want. Just let me know how you guys are feeling about it in the comments. But psyched him out. He didn't know where I was. Juked him. Yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling about it in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking. I hope that there's something planned down the road that kind of makes this change make more sense. Maybe they know something. Well, they definitely know things we don't, but what do they know that we don't that makes this change, that makes this change make sense? Because as it is in the current game state, it's completely nonsensical. So hoping there's a reason for it that I just don't yet understand. That's just my thoughts and opinions on it, guys. I don't want you guys to ever think that I'm just being a whiny little Arc Raiders complainer. That's never my intention. The thing is, with any game I've ever played, certainly for content, I'm always very open and honest about it, the good and the bad. I'm not one of those that's going to sort of sit here and just glaze the game for the sake of glazing the game, hoping for a partnership from the devs. That's just never been my style. If they're doing something wrong, I'm going to say it. Some people like that. Some people don't like that. I know when a game is your favorite game, hearing criticism about it can really kind of be like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want anyone to tell me that this thing that they're doing sucks because it's my favorite, and I want to believe that it's everything about it's peachy. But sometimes you have to just look at the bigger picture and go, you know what, guys, you've really missed the mark on this one. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, as I said. And let's hop up here and see what's going on. Hey! We should get warmed up for the damage requirement. Oh, shit. Okay, that's a whole fucking swarm. Okay, I did not realize there was like a fucking bazillion arc there. Ah, it's only a little bit of fire. We're okay. See, now this is why the damage, requirement for the expedition is so fun. Dude, just being able to just get your gun, a Bettina probably for most of us, or like an Aphelion or something like that, and just going to town on the arc. Oh, dude, it's the best. It really is so much fun. I love it. And I am looking forward to getting stuck in to the damage requirements. Like I said, I don't have any of those slots taking stuff over. So for me, the change, it's not the worst thing in the world because I can get 5 decent blueprints to start me off. And I hope I get some good ones. I don't want to be one of the guys that gets all the shit blueprints. I hope I get decent stuff. We'll have to see. Also, guys, in fact, that's fun. Let me know in the comments, what 5 blueprints are you hoping you get? I'd be hoping for a pink orc. Whoa, that fucking scared the shit out of me. I'd be hoping for some kind of pink augment. I'd be hoping for a decent gun, a Bettina preferably. A wolf pack is probably always a good way to go. Heavy weapon parts to help me maintain the Bettina. And then after that, just sort of whatever the game fancies giving me. Maybe a good attachment. Oh, shit. Maybe a nice attachment to go along with it. We'll see, though. Hopefully, the gaming gods are good to me. I think it's about time we got like a new medium-sized arc, you know, something like maybe like an upgraded leaper.
Huzzah. Good job.
Great. What? Great job. Oh, fuck. Have a good raid, guys. Bye. I didn't know that was going to. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon for another one. Peace.